Fantastic. So we are still outside Chinedu's face. Madam, don't pour me that water. No, what is it now? My voice is not loud entering, disturbing people inside. I'm just hanging out here on your fence and doing my concourse. Don't pour me that water. We'll have problem. So we are here at Chinedu's compound. Ignore that woman. She has been shouting I should go since I say I've not finished my mission here. So Sowore, Revolution Now, has put out a damning video against Ned Nwoko. A very damning video. He said a lot of things. A lot of things. A lot of things. This video is 11 minutes long. Enjoy.
This so-called billionaire was just throwing people in prison. And when we got to prison, we found 9 people that had been put in prison by the same Ned Nwoko from his village. If you guys paid attention to it, there was a time Ned Nwoko also went and hijacked one lady's father. The lady was crying all over social media that Ned has ruined it. Ned has ruined a lot of lives using the police force. Anybody who is a public figure, who is in political office, our duty first and foremost is to hold them to account, no matter how powerful they are. We have found out also that he has done cross-border prostitution by bringing in underage girls from places like Morocco to Nigeria. These are international sex trafficking crimes. So his license is also our target. That he's not allowed to practice law both in Nigeria and the UK. You must understand that I'm not fighting for Regina Daniels. I'm fighting against abuse of office by a Nigerian senator who is colluding with the Nigerian police and who has had a history of using the police to oppress people. Regina Daniels' issue came to my attention when her husband arrested a TikToker named Timothy Gabriel. His TikTok name is Tuma, because they claim that Tuma accused Regina Daniels of having kids that do not belong to this particular senator. The senator procured the Nigerian police, particularly the FCT command, got Tuma arrested and sent him to prison. They eventually brought Tuma to court after we protested, and Tuma was granted bail but could not meet his bail condition for 4 months. When he came out, he had been battered so bad, he was forced to apologize to Regina Daniels' husband, Senator Ned Nwoko. His real name is Chinedu Nwoko, but he abbreviated it to Ned. So, when again Senator Ned Nwoko got Regina Daniels' brother arrested, apparently for cybercrime and defamation of character as a claim, I was contacted, not by their family. And when I was contacted, most people said, well, you don't have to fight for this guy because they had been fighting against you. And I said, no, it doesn't matter. I know Ned Nwoko. Ned Nwoko was the person I fought some 5 years back when he was prosecuting falsely and oppressively a lady known as Jaruma who used to sell aphrodisiacs on Instagram. So I heard about Jaruma, never met Jaruma before, but I felt it strange that this so-called billionaire was just throwing people in prison. In 2021, I was also arrested. That time not by Ned Nwoko, but I was arrested by the Nigerian police, accused of doing a protest on New Year's Eve. And when we got to prison, we found 9 people that had been put in prison by the same Ned Nwoko from his village, because they said when young people were fighting against him for stealing their land to set up what is now known as his sports university, we fought and helped these guys to get out. Later on, if you guys paid attention to it, there was a time Ned Nwoko also went and hijacked one lady's father. The lady was crying all over social media that Ned has ruined it. Ned has ruined a lot of lives using the police force and using his power. And one thing people must know in Nigeria is that anybody who is a public figure, who is in political office, our duty first and foremost is to hold them to account, no matter how powerful they are. And when I heard that Ned had pounced on his in-laws, I immediately got involved in it. In fact, as at the time he arrested Regina's brother, I was declared wanted in Lagos for participating in the protest. So I had to run from Lagos to come to Abuja. And by the time I got to Abuja, we had already arranged a lawyer to fight for him. That is Samuel Ojogu, that's Regina's brother. And we were able to get him freed on Monday after spending about 3 nights in detention in an unjust and unlawful and illegal manner. So after freeing him, I discovered that Ned had other plans in place to arrest Regina's mom. He had intercepted Regina's phone calls and was going to use it against her. He was planning to reveal and release her private chats and private parts in the open. And as someone who is an advocate for respect for human rights and dignity, there's no way I can sit back, even when so many people will say, well, why would you care about a girl who was part of the oppressive system that you've been fighting against? Well, I don't care about Jews or Gentiles. I fight for human rights regardless of whether you support me or not. So your support or your love for me is not a condition for me to create a society that is just and fair. And I hate it. Everybody understand this. I hate it when people use their power, when they use illegally acquired wealth to punish people because they feel they can get away with it. So that was how we got into another issue. Found out that Ned married Regina Daniels underage. Now, you must understand that Nigeria is a signatory to a lot of international instruments that opposes sexual trafficking, all right, and messing with underage girls. You cannot marry an underage girl because there's a Child Rights Protection Act in this country that forbids, powerful people from using their position to marry, whether you are powerful or not. You don't have a right to marry somebody who has not reached the age of consent. Even when their parents say, come and take the person. You procure the passport, it's available, you can see it. Upon discovering that this might be a problem, because he's an international lawyer, he practices in the UK, where he's gotten involved in a lot of shady dealings, by the way. He went and helped her procure a voter's card. But her original international passport, with which Ned has traveled extensively with Regina Daniels, shows that at the time they married, she was 17 years old. He knew it, but he knew that an alibi would be needed in the future, so he went and collected from her a voter's card. But even Regina Daniels' parents and handlers have told me that she never knew about that voter's card. So there's something still shady about it. But when it comes to public identity cards that are acceptable, the international passport is probably number one, because that one goes through a lot of scrutiny before you can get it. So to go and bring an INEC voter's card or driver's license to say anybody can procure that. I've seen people who cannot see who have driver's license in Nigeria. So it's nothing new, but it is impunity that we are against. It is a fraud, and I know that whenever this kind of things happen, people will say, you don't need to get him. It's wife and husband matter. Yes, it is wife and husband matter, but where there is no wife and there's no husband, then it becomes society's problem. And why I say there's no wife and there's no husband is that Ned also managed not to have formally married Regina because he knew that she was underage. That's why there's no court document that shows that they are married. If anyone exists, he probably also went and forged it. But on a larger corruption problem that is facing Nigeria, Ned is one of the most corrupt persons in this country. And I'm also an anti-corruption fighter. He's the one who, in conjunction with Malami and the rest of them, claim that they are refunding local government money to Nigeria. And Ned gets millions and millions of dollars in what they claim is legal consultancy to the federal government to help retrieve money that already exists that belongs to local governments. And that's how he's able to get away with all these crimes. We have found out also that he has done cross-border prostitution by bringing in underage girls from places like Morocco to Nigeria. These are international sex trafficking crimes. And we are saying Ned, he should be suspended immediately from the Senate. He should be arrested by, I won't say Nigeria police, it should be a crack team because the police is in his pocket. And his trial should commence. And also, we are going to start processing in the UK for Ned to be arrested and also extradited to the UK for crimes that he committed, including someone who is in the UK, who is a practicing lawyer in the UK, engaging in unethical practices. We are not allowed to do that. So his license is also our target, that he's not allowed to practice law both in Nigeria and the UK. I know that when you guys hear this, you may not understand. It's a fight that we must take to sanitize our country so that criminals like Ned will not be a senator in this country. And until Nigeria gets to that point, Nigeria is not going to get better. It doesn't matter how much they give you or they convince you that this is husband and wife matter. It doesn't matter how much you pay bloggers. We are always going to stand for what is just and what is right, and that's why I'm opposed to Ned Nwoko. Some of you may not have heard, but I will disclose, he also got me arrested in 2021 because I was fighting for Jaruma. And he was involved in another fraud because he has an NGO that he claims is eradicating mosquitoes in Nigeria. And what I used in puncturing his lie was that I said to him, you want to eradicate mosquitoes in Nigeria, but there are mosquitoes in your compound in Abuja. And I found out while I was doing that case with him that he has a media in his pocket. There's a lot of these media guys who are working for him. And also, Ned has got huge amount of support from the Nigeria police. They go to his house to eat every day, policemen in Nigeria. Shame on our Nigeria police for having sold the police force for free.
Fantastic. Now, you know one thing I've noticed about Nigerian politicians? Accountability is far from them. In a saner society, Ned Nwoko should have tendered his resignation by now, pending the investigation into all these allegations against him. But hapana, no. Look at what is happening with the Senate president. All those plenty allegations, nothing. Nobody said anything. Look at the one against Ned Nwoko, nothing. Nobody will say anything. All you other countries, you can complain that, oh, your country is corrupt, your country is this, your country is that. But at least there is accountability. When a public holder is accused of something, they resign. Shame. There is still shame. In my Nigeria, there is no single iota of shame. No, apana, no shame. They're not a shame. Nobody is held accountable. No, why won't anybody do as they like? All they want to do is extract value from people, but they don't want to add any value. Take without adding any value. You see, if Africa is hell, Nigeria is hellfire. Because it's terrible. It's just terrible. Imagine the kind of allegations coming out against a sitting senator, and there is no investigation. The Senate House Committee has not said anything. There is no, him himself, he has not made a statement to say, okay, I will resign. Nothing. Just carry on like that. Anyways, I call the ask, say, what is Regina's age? Because this thing don't confuse me. What is Regina's age? I think we have to go on a quest. We have to go on a quest to find out Regina's age. I think the age changes with the weather. The age they change different times. The age they change. Anyways, these are very serious allegations against a sitting senator that he should have resigned by this point. At this point, he should have resigned. Instead, his team, you remember that medical report that I told you that the hospital came out to debunk, where they said there are opiates in Regina's system, where Regina now threatened to sue the hospital. We are now seeing another circulation apparently from Ned Nwoko's communication team that letter is real. It's just that it wasn't leaked by the hospital. Let me read their statement. A medical report concerning Regina Nwoko has been circulating online. The reports are genuine. The rehabilitation center only clarified that it did not publish or circulate the documents. which is expected because medical institutions must protect clients' confidentiality. They did not deny authoring the report. Their concern is the leak itself. The public is encouraged to read the full report because they explain the situation clearly and directly. Both the toxicology report and the Serenity Hospital report confirming the presence of the same substance at levels that pose serious health risks. Marijuana, cocaine, morphine, opiate at extremely elevated levels, alcohol at critically dangerous level. The Nizamiya Hospital report dated 3rd October adds an even more troubling detail. She was brought into the hospital unconscious from a drug overdose. These facts are documented and consistent and deeply alarming. The report also described the challenges the rehabilitation center faced, including persistent interference from her siblings. They openly stated that they do not see anything wrong in giving her alcohol and weed, even while she was undergoing rehabilitation, and they have continued enabling her substance use. Their actions made effective treatment impossible and remain one of the major reasons she has not been able to complete rehabilitation. Many have questioned why the senator is insisting on therapy. His determination comes from the clear reality that several of Regina's recent decisions are not coming from a stable and healthy frame of mind. She is vulnerable, unprotected, and exposed to individuals who exploit her for personal gain. Her online behavior reflects her struggles, and she tends to listen more to public voices than to medical professionals or her husband. Post attempts to help her privately did not succeed, given the severity of the substance detected and the documented hospital emergency, where she arrived unconscious. It's no longer an issue that can be handled quietly. At this point, the question becomes, must we wait until Regina reaches a point of irreversible harm before we support her, encourage her to stop substance abuse, and help her commit to rehabilitation? Distinguished Senator is genuinely and deeply concerned. His tone, his actions, and his persistence all reflect a man who wants Regina to recover, to be safe, to be clear-minded, and to be present for her two young sons. Until those boys are old enough to guide themselves, he will continue doing everything within his responsibility to help restore well-being and ensure the future choices are made with clarity. The message remains clear. The reports are authentic. The hospitals and rehabilitation center did not leak them. The findings speak for themselves. Regina needs consistent treatment, support, and protection, not denial, not interference, not enabling. She's a mother and she deserves the chance to regain her health and stability. Communications Team Lead, Office of the Distinguished Senator, Ned Nwoko. So, if the hospital, the rehabilitation center did not leak it, who leaked it? This is the accountability we are talking about. Who leaked it? How did those documents get leaked? That itself breaches doctor-patient confidentiality. That hospital can get their license, those rehabilitation center can get their license revoked for it. So who leaked the document? Most start from there. Who leaked them? Me, I've always said that Regina should go for rehabilitation. Regina, she needs help. Obviously. Go and pump your system go for rehabilitation, Regina. Go for rehabilitation and pump your system. No be all this gallivanting where you dey do up and down. I'm not saying go back to where you are coming from. I'm not saying if you don't feel safe in where you are coming from, pick a competent rehabilitation center and go and do your rehabilitation. I beg. We still care for you. Even though you are acting like somebody that has banner, but please go and get rehabilitation. This matter. But now, if that water touch me, don't pour me that water. I will shift first. I will go to for the time being, I will shift small. I will shift small. My voice is not loud now. What is it? No, thank you. I'm going. Hey, where are you going?
It is smoky, Igbo.
When you watch this video now, didn't you laugh? You laughed, but you still refuse to subscribe. Are you among my village people? You're among my village people. You don't want me to make it in life.
Continue.
You refuse. You laughed. Shouldn't my reward be click the subscribe button, click the notification bell, and click all notification? And when you finish watching, you share. Share to your friends so that they too will laugh. So that me too, I will go far. But no, you decided to be among my village people you want to watch and go. Don't be among my village people. I post videos every day, every single day, to make you laugh. If you join the tribe, the fantastic tribe, every day you will just be laughing. Look at this one now. This one is to watch all my funny videos playlist. This one is to watch my last video, and this one is to subscribe.